Welcome, Gregory. Welcome, Michelle. Welcome, Dee Dee. Welcome, John and Audrey. All right, let's get started. Today's Thursday, English, page 10. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. I go to the Buddha for refuge. I go to the Dhamma for refuge. I go to the Sangha for refuge. A second time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A second time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A second time I go to the Sangha for refuge. A third time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A third time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A third time I go to the Sangha for refuge. The 3 refuges are complete. I undertake the training rule to abstain from taking life. I undertake the training rule to abstain from taking what is not given. I undertake the training rule to abstain from sexual misconduct. I undertake the training rule to abstain from false speech. I undertake the training rule to abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs causing heedlessness. Having well undertaken and kept the 5 precepts together with the 3 refuges, one should strive on with diligence. With morality, good rebirth is gained. With morality, wealth is achieved. With morality, perfect peace is attained. Therefore, morality should be purified. All right. Page 24. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, and the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Such indeed is the Sublime One, worthy, perfectly enlightened, perfect in true knowledge and conduct, well gone, knower of the worlds, supreme trainer of persons to be tamed, teacher of gods and humans, enlightened and exalted. Well expounded is the Dhamma by the Sublime One, directly visible, unaffected by time, calling one to come and see, leading onwards to be realized by the wise. The order of the Sublime One's disciples is practicing well. The order of the Sublime One's disciples is of upright conduct. The order of the Sublime One's disciples has entered the right path. The order of the Sublime One's disciples is practicing correctly. That is, the 4 pairs of persons, the 8 kinds of individuals. This order of the Sublime One's disciples is worthy of offerings and hospitality, worthy of gifts and salutation, supreme field of merit for the world. The Buddha, well purified, with ocean-like compassion, possessed of the eye of knowledge, completely purified, destroyer of the evils and corruption of the world, I revere that Buddha with devotion. Homage to you, so nobly bred. Homage to you amongst men supreme. Peerless are you in all the world. May all homage be given to you. The teacher's Dhamma, like a lamp, divided into path, fruition, and the deathless, both itself transcendent and showing the way to that goal, I revere that Dhamma with devotion. Thoroughly understanding the Dhamma and freed from longing through insight, the wise one who is rid of all desires, calm as a pool unstirred by wind. Those to whom the Dhamma is clear are not led into other doctrines. Perfectly enlightened with perfect knowledge, they walk evenly over the Dhamma medicine. You will be ageless and beyond death. Having developed and seen the truth, you will be quenched, free from craving. The Sangha called to feel better than the best, who have seen peace, awakening after the Buddha's good way, who have abandoned attachment, the noble ones, the wise. I revere that Sangha with devotion. Happy is the arising of the Buddhas. Happy is the teaching of the true Dhamma. Happy is the unity of the Sangha. Happy is the discipline of the united ones. They go to many a refuge, those who have been struck by fear. They go to the mountains and forests, to parks and trees and shrines, but none of these is a secure refuge. None is the refuge supreme. Not by relying on such a refuge could one be freed from all suffering. But one who has gone for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha sees with perfect wisdom the Four Noble Truths: suffering, the arising of suffering, the transcending of suffering, and the Noble Eightfold Path that leads to suffering's final end. This is the refuge that is secure. This is the refuge that is supreme. By relying on such a refuge as this, one is released from all suffering. By this practice of Dhamma in accord with the Dhamma, I respect the Buddha. By this practice of Dhamma in accord with the Dhamma, I respect the Dhamma. By this practice of Dhamma in accord with the Dhamma, I respect the Sangha. All actions are led by the mind. Mind is their master, mind is their maker. Actors speak with a defiled state of mind, then suffering follows, as the cartwheel follows the foot of the ox. All actions are led by the mind. Mind is their master, mind is their maker. Actors speak with a pure state of mind, then happiness follows, as your shadow follows you without departing. Impermanent are all conditioned things, affected by rising and falling away. Having arisen, they then must cease. Blissful is it when they subside. Abstaining from all evil, doing what is good, cleansing one's mind. This is the teaching of all the Buddhas. Patience is the highest practice. Nibbana is supreme, say the Buddhas. A mendicant does not harm others. A recluse oppresses no one. Not insulting, not harming, restrained according to the moral code, moderating in food, dwelling in solitude, engaging in higher mental development. This is the teaching of all the Buddhas. Is that still happening, Gregory? I have my phone on the Wi-Fi, so there's not much else I could do if there is cutting out. By the blessings that have arisen from my practice, may my venerable preceptors and teachers who have helped me, mother, father, and relatives, male and female rulers, worldly powers, virtuous human beings, the higher beings, demons, and high gods, the guardian deities of the world, celestial beings, the Lord of Death, friendly people, indifferent and hostile, may all beings be well. May the skillful deeds done by me bring you threefold bliss. May this quickly bring you to the deathless. By means of this meritorious deed and through this aspiration, may I quickly attain the cutting off of craving and clinging. Whatever faults I have until I am liberated, may they quickly perish. Wherever I am born, may there be an upright mind, mindfulness and wisdom, austerity and vigor. May no harmful influences weaken my efforts. The Buddha is the unsurpassed protector. Dhamma is the supreme protection. Peerless is the silent Buddha. Sangha is my true refuge. By the power of these exalted ones may I rise above all defilements. By means of this meritorious deed, may I never join with the foolish. May I join always with the wise until the time I attain Nibbana. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear-struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be. From the highest realm of existence to the lowest, may all beings arisen in these realms, with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Welcome, Maria. Welcome, Jayantha. All right. We'll go to our secondary chanting on page 81. I believe we're finishing Ratnapala verses. Adda dalidda cha pusanti passang balo cha diro cha tateva putto balo hi balya vadito vaseti diro cha navedati passaputto tasmahi panya vadannena seyo yeya vosanang idadi gacchati abhyo sittata hi bhava bhavesu papani kammani koronti moha upeti gabbang cha parang cha lokang sangsarang apajja paramparaya tasappapanyo abhisantattanto upeti gabban cha parang cha lokang choro yata saddhimukke gahito sakkammana hanyati papadammo evam pajja pecha param hi loke sakkammana hanyati papadammo kama hi chitra madura manorama virupa rupena matenti chittang adhinavang kamma gunesu disva tasmahang pabbajito mihraja dumaphalani va patani manava dahara cha buddha cha sarira beda etang pidesva pabbajito miraja appannakang sammanyang eva seyoti. All right, English. The rich and the poor alike shall feel death's touch. The fool and sage as well shall feel it too. But while the fool lies stricken by his folly, no sage will ever tremble at the touch. Better is wisdom here than any wealth, since by wisdom one gains the final goal. For people through ignorance do evil deeds, while failing to reach the goal from life to life. As one goes to the womb and to the next world, renewing the successive round of birth, another of little wisdom, trusting him, goes also to the womb and the next world. Just as a robber caught in a burglary is made to suffer for his evil deed, so people after death in the next world are made to suffer for their evil deeds. Sensual pleasures, varied, sweet, delightful, in many different ways disturb the mind. Seeing the danger in these sensual ties, I chose to lead the homeless life, O king. As fruits fall from the tree, so people too, both young and old, fall when this body breaks. Seeing this too, O king, I have gone forth. Better is the recluse's life assured. Hello, FPS gamer. All right, let's see what time. Okay, I think we can save the next page for tomorrow. The 5 subjects for frequent recollection. So we are back on page 77 for the thought of the day. Number 7. Panyavato ayang dhammo nyayang dhammo dupanyasa. This Dhamma is for increasing wisdom, not for decreasing wisdom. Hello, friends. Well, gamer, I'm afraid I can't help you with that because I'm Theravada. So, I don't know anything about Vajrayana. All right, friends. So, continuing on, almost done with the eight great thoughts of a noble person. And so we have this Dhamma is for increasing wisdom. What is not decreasing wisdom? So, what exactly is wisdom? Different people might have different perspectives of it, but when we're talking about Buddhism, wisdom is seeing things as they are, right? Understanding things as they are. That is what wisdom is. A wise person understands things as they are and lives in line with things as they are. And this is what happens as you develop the path, as your wisdom grows. You understand things as they are. And you see how you create your own suffering, and you decide to suffer less. And suffering less basically equals living in line with things as they are. And so if you're developing the path and your wisdom is decreasing, that would be pretty wild. I don't think you're on the Samma path if your wisdom is decreasing. You're more on the Miccha path. But if your wisdom is decreasing, then in your ignorance, your avidya is increasing, then you're doing it wrong. Slowly, over time, over lifetimes, your wisdom increases. Your understanding of the nature of things increases. You live in line with the nature of things and your suffering decreases. So if you're not in it for the increasing of wisdom, then you might be on the Miccha path. You might be on the wrong path. But this is the natural outgrowth of the Samma, the right path. Right? The natural outgrowth of doing it right is the increasing of wisdom. The increasing of seeing things as they are. All right, friends, I think we are good for today. So, Sukhihotu, may you be happy and at ease, practice well and be well, and may you have a spiritually successful and peaceful practice until we meet again, which, if I'm alive, should be tomorrow morning to close out the week with another morning monastery experience. For those of you staying for the half-hour meditation, as always, it begins and ends at the bell. Have a good day. All right, friends, have a good day.